Ladies and gentlemans, I gotta warn you, I'm in a grumpy mood. Last night, I had a dream that I fought Wolverine. He was much scarier in real life. And then later, I tried to obstruct a bank robbery and got shot point blank with the snub-nosed revolver. And that left me kind of raw. Oh, yeah. So, Cristobal is now a tropical storm at 1,000 millibars of pressure. And so I'm going to say what I've been saying for 2 weeks. I think this thing's going to be a hurricane. It's only got to drop 6 more millibars of pressure over 3 or 4 days before it gets to hurricane strength. Now, there's a ton of dust on this side, which will make it a lopsided mess and prevent rapid intensification, but I still think it is going to get to hurricane strength pressure. It is worth noting that the tornado weenies have been talking about this Saturday for a couple of days now. So the tornado weenies are just as excited about the Saturday setup for tornadoes as hurricane weenies are excited about the storm. The weather master is letting us know that, yeah, it has winds of 40 miles per hour, Cristobal, and it is quickly moving north at 12 miles per hour back over water. It's expected to peak at 60 miles per hour, but don't be surprised if this system surprises us. It's best to prepare for the worst and pray for the best. And it's strengthened over land. And the models have been showing up something very, very weird, and that is that it would have a brown ocean effect where the models show consistently Cristobal strengthening after it gets over land. Last night, the GFS had it entering Louisiana here at 994 millibars of pressure, continue north until it drops a full 20 more millibars of pressure, ending up at a Category 2 hurricane over Canada. So yes, 2020 is weird. So have your weird goggles on, whatever that means. Did I mention I just woke up? Also, regardless of what they end up calling it or what its pressure gets to, it's going to do hurricane damage. Look at how giant this is. Since I first peeped eyes on this thing, I've been like, oh my God, look at the size of it. And if a storm is bigger than 2 or 3 states, then that counts as giant, massive, huge in my book. Also, models keep showing what could be Dolly in June, but we'll worry about that after Cristobal. Dave, the indoor cat Dickinson, letting us know the moon begins to enter the outer penumbral shadow of the Earth, marking the start of today's penumbral lunar eclipse. So, and then we got another eclipse coming 2 weeks from now, and then another eclipse 2 weeks from that. So we are definitely in eclipse season. And what I have learned is that the energy just gets really, really, really weird during eclipses and eclipse season. So if having Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus retrograde wasn't enough, we'll have Mercury going retrograde with all those during this eclipse season. And we usually have 2 eclipses during a season, and now we have 3 because 2020 is just that anomalous. Leanne McAdoo, just as I was thinking, Leanne, you're guided by angels, so have faith. I look down to see butterflies, metamorphosis, creation, cosmic expansion. Full moon, eclipse in Sagittarius today. Remember, where attention goes, energy flows. Do you choose faith or fear? Think good thoughts. All right. Oddly enough, as I was dreaming about having a major fight with Wolverine, DC Comics, which stands for Detective Comics, I think, cut ties with Diamond Comic Distributor, who they'd been with for 25 years, opening up the door for them to go with Disney and having my X-Men, Marvel, DC romantic comedy trilogy crossover thing possible. If good dreams do come true, I've been trying to will that thing into reality for years. Mexico and Central America have been getting some major mudslides from the torrential rains that Cristobal has brought on. Not only are we worrying about hurricanes, riots, the plague, but it is going to be a big severe weather month as well. If you're in this area, keep watching out and notice a lot of people are going to be getting a lot of rain today. And then tomorrow, we got a big bullseye over one of the Dakotas. And then the day after tomorrow, where have I heard that term before? We got another bullseye up in the northern plains. So everybody stay on top of things and watch your six. Snow weenies, go ahead and get a stiffy. We got some June snow up in Nevada and Oregon and Idaho. Yo. Okay, now there's a really important point I want to make here. That one reason I think Cristobal could surprise us, Category 2 hurricane maybe, Category 3, people would say unheard of. But look, you got this giant, here's Cristobal moving in to the coast, right? Look at this giant low right there. So what is happening with the universe and of all of our planets, because all the gas giants are on the same side, I don't know, man. But with all the planets, almost all of them, including the gas giants, bunched up on the same side of the sun, that's going to cause some major imbalances that do affect our atmosphere. So we are on hurricane watch. We are on volcano watch. We are on earthquake watch. And we're even on UFO watch. I prayed for affection, and then I got a message from one of my ex-girlfriends from like a decade ago. And then it was over. And I was like, Lord, this is not affection. Okay. And I also pray for world peace, man, and people to calm down, us to get a better way, and God to forgive humanity for all of our sins. But yeah, Cristobal's huge, bro. But yeah, just be prepared for the storm to overperform like almost everything has in 2020. So here's where a major storm is kicking. And then there is Cristobal. This is water vapor. So you can see tons and tons and tons of water vapor in the atmosphere. Here's Cristobal moving off of the Yucatan Peninsula into where it will be moving over water. Now, the good news is because it is jumping off the very top of the peninsula, it won't have as much time to develop. If it had come out down here, it would have had more time to develop. But you can see all this dry air is a bunch of dust and stuff. So that is a good saving grace, or this thing could have been Cat 4, Cat 5. And then somehow I ended up with Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA in my mind as I woke up. And a Britney song was on. Here's your flood. And so from Louisiana, look, all of Louisiana is pretty much going to get super soaked. And then the coast is going to get super soaked. And Florida is going to get super soaked. But look how the entire state of Louisiana and a large portion of Arkansas into whatever state this might be. Missouri, I love you. So it is now officially game time. And I didn't get a good luck kiss before hurricane season. Whatever. I got to get into Sagittarian good mood. Wolverine was meaner. And I got shot point blank with a snub nose. I hope I was wearing a bulletproof vest. It's moving pretty fast, which is good because the faster it moves, the less time it has to develop and the less rain it will drop as it moves. So there are signs that, there are signs. And if like people are talking about a giant Empire State sized building that is threatening Earth, and I'm not really talking about it, you ain't got to worry about it, bro. Ian J. O'Neill talking about, that giant earthquake or asteroid that Freudian slip. We are watching, we got a 48-hour front and back window to watch for earthquakes around the eclipses. But lunar or solar is scarier to me than lunar, are more concerning. Yeah, so the Empire State Building-sized asteroid will zoom past Earth at 13 lunar distances. We don't really get excited about asteroids unless they're under 1 lunar distance, man. Technically 0.5 lunar distances. So, just saying, asteroid 2002 and then 4 isn't much to worry about. There could be asteroids around it or could push asteroids towards us, but they would be littler. But, we will stay on top of things. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we got hit by an asteroid in, 2020. Not a major one, not like a life-killing one. And Nostradamus told us to watch the sky in July. And a Britney song was on. Man, this coming in like a wrecking ball. Some important model trends today for Cristobal include earlier occlusion in the GFS, which means that a symmetric moisture ball wraps up sooner, and the result is transition from subtropical to a tighter tropical structure just before landfall at hurricane strength. So, just be ready. And this is from 42 minutes ago when it was still a tropical depression, brought to us by Ed Piotrowski. But you can see, dude, it's a pretty big monster storm that looks like some type of Mayan warrior fighter. That's Venus. Man, I can't wait till one day technology can take great pictures of planets other than ours in motion with like 60 frames a second. The WHO advises people wear masks in public in an update on COVID advice. Hey, thanks for that stellar guidance, WHO. All right. National Weather Service, we can see the structure of Cristobal well from the satellite. Yeah, dude, that is big. Someone was arguing with me that it's not big. It's like, dude, I don't know what kind of junk you're taking, but that's big. Cranksters on the case, yeah, we'll look for notable organization in the near future. Technically, one could say that if it's a tropical storm now, then notable organization is already taking place. All right, one thing I want to point out too here is the GFS has it making, becomes almost a tropical hurricane looking structure, classic, although the main moisture goes into Florida, if you can see that. And then watch how it goes and meets that second low up here. They go meet each other like lovers. Man, 2020 needs more romance. You don't want to hear about how frustrated I am in my love life. You didn't come here for that. We have a life-threatening situation. I can't just start blabbering about unrequited love and stupid crap like that. All right, I'll get in a better mood. Though just woke up video for me is never the best one. You should come back after this. Anywho, and then we're watching out for possible Dolly, which should be anywhere from the 11th to the 17th. But now we're watching this major monster. And like I said, some models have shown it strengthen over land. But I think the two lows, that's going to add a surprise factor to when it becomes a giant storm afterwards. All right, I'll wake up, and I'm in it to win it with you guys, because you guys are so great to me. And so I want to say thank you to everyone out there for being awesome. You treat me really well, and I really appreciate that. I'm going to do my best, bring you guys the best information I can. All right? You cool, and I love you. Plus, the sun is starting to wake up, which is good news because the empires fall during a solar minimum, and we've been in a deep solar minimum. And empires rise during solar maximum. Solar cycle 25 is stirring. The latest sign of the life is sunspot AR2765, now turning towards Earth in the southern hemisphere. It already had a B-class solar flare yesterday. When will we get our first X-class solar flare? Probably about the time I get to make out with a beautiful woman again. Is she going to be a X-Men woman? Definitely. Absolutely, definitely. I was so excited at the prospect of seeing a new cycle sunspot begin its journey across the disk that he schlepped out my 10-inch telescope that had sexual undertones to have a peek. All right, perv. The sunspot's primary dirt core is almost twice as wide as Earth, and it is followed by a frothy wake of magnetic turbulence stretching 70,000 miles behind the sunspot. These dimensions make it easy target for backyard solar telescopes. It is crackling with minor solar flares. And so, yeah, things are getting exciting again, baby. And I do think when we get solar flares, especially when it's facing the Earth, it will intensify the storm. And so stay tuned, my friends. And I'm going to make your prediction. I'll get to make out the beautiful woman again, X-Man woman, when we get our first solar X-class solar flare, or somewhere around there. And my prediction for like 2 years was that solar maximum will really officially start to really return in July. So keep your fingers crossed. Happy new moon, happy eclipse. Try and stay positive, try and stay cool, try and keep romance alive, try and be funny, and don't let the bastards get you down. There's a star out there called Antares who's trying to piss everybody off right now. So now you know. Peace out. God bless everyone.